Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today we're going to cover a truly fantastic gluten-free pizza crust recipe. And I'm not talking about the wimpy cauliflower cheese. I'm still kind of hungry gluten-free pizza crust. I'm talking about the real deal that makes you feel like hot diggity dang I ate something. Now you're going to start off with cauliflower. These are going to be, you know, the typical bags that you can find at any grocery store. You're going to hit them with some salt. You're going to stick them in the oven around 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes. You're really just kind of wanting to dehydrate these things. After that, you're wanting to get 8 to 10 potatoes. You're going to cut these up, quarter these, and you're going to stick these in a pot of boiling water. You're really just going to cook these for the purpose of softening them up. Should be about 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, you're going to stick them in a blender. Now, or you can use a NutriBullet like we're using here. And the key is to get this smooth, but not silky smooth, okay? We're not trying to make silky smooth mashed potatoes. We're just kind of wanting to get them smooth with some texture, okay? That may be confusing, but you know what I mean. After that, we're going to pull our cauliflower out of the oven. We're going to kind of give it a little smash. It looks pretty good. And then we're going to put it in a food processor where we're just going to rice it all. We're going to stick it in a cloth or a cheesecloth if you have one. And you're going to squeeze the bejesus out of this cauliflower. I mean, it is crazy how much water is in there, but you're wanting to get all of it out. You want that crispy crust, right? Now squeeze it. Use some elbow grease. Now you're gonna put that mashed potatoes that you just blended. You're gonna put it in a bowl. You're gonna put 1 egg in there. You're gonna put half a cup of Italian cheese and Parmesan cheese. It's going to give it that delicioso taste to it. After that, you're gonna put some spices. These are pretty standard. Talking about basil, oregano, salt, pepper. Okay, these it's kind of standard across many pizza recipes. But after, and there's not really a certain amount of measurements. We're really just kind of eyeballing. It's, eater's preference. But just make sure, it looks good. You know, you, I know we're cheating. We're using ground pepper, but when you go to sprinkle that kosher salt, make it sexy. Oh, okay. Okay, just like that. Just like that. After that, you're going to take that squeezed out cauliflower and you're just going to dump it in that bowl, okay? There's no pretty or sexy way to talk about it. It's just, hey, I squeezed you. Now you're going in this bowl with the rest of these fellas, okay? It's going to look like a clump of stuff, all right? Just, yeah, it looks just like that. And then once you've got it all out of the cloth, it's pretty straightforward from here. You're going to mix it up, all right? You're going to activate those biceps and you're really going to kind of dig into it, okay? Just come on. I'm not asking you for a full body workout, but just, use those muscles that you kind of got and stir it. Like, I mean, and then it should look like this. It should kind of have a very wet, doughy consistency. And of course, you're going to pat it down on a cookie sheet. All right. I don't even know the dimensions of this, but you're going to spread it out until it's kind of that weird thin crust thickness. You're going to make sure it's level. You're going to stick it in the oven at 550 degrees or 525 degrees, I guess, however high your oven goes. And I did not show this on the video, but you're going to put that first bake time at 20 to 25 minutes. And then you're going to take it out. You're going to lay parchment paper over the top of it. Make sure it's taut. And you're going to flip it onto something that is equal in size, like a very large cutting board. and then you're going to slide it back onto the cookie sheet, and you're going to stick it back in the oven at 525 Fahrenheit for 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how crispy you like it. Hope that made sense. And then you're going to take it out of the oven. It's going to look fabuloso. You're going to put the sauce and the cheese of your choice. And if you're curious about the sauce, if this video gets enough views and comments asking about the sauce recipe, let me tell you, it's no jar of pizza sauce that you would get at your grocery store. That stuff is weakness, okay? But we have a recipe up our sleeve that will stick to your ribs. As far as cheese goes, I think we're using Italian and Oaxaca cheese. It tastes pretty good. I think kind of mixing it up is a good idea. And really, this is kind of the stage of where you're going to put any of your toppings. If you're going to put meat, it needs to be cooked already. But for the most part, I think sauce and cheese is absolutely sufficient. I mean, one person could manhandle this pizza. I mean, granted, you're going to be full AF, but two of us handled this, and we were both pretty full, and we have extreme appetites. Now, the whole point after you put the cheese on there is just to get it melted. So when you put it back in the oven, make sure it's broiled, okay? We put it midways on the racks inside the oven. So it's not right there on the broiler, but it's not right there, being scared of the broiler, okay? It's kind of halfway in the middle. You just want to get it melted. And when I say melted, it could look different for anybody. You could have it scorched melted, or you could have it just kind of gooey melted. I felt like we went for in between. This is what it looks like afterwards. And this is us enjoying it. Let me tell you what, this is amazing. Please